Let's discuss something that fundamentally changes how you approach produce purchasing. The seasonal price fluctuation cycle that can mean the difference between paying 50 cents per pound or $3 per pound for the exact same vegetable at different times of year. The agricultural reality is straightforward. When produce is in peak season locally or regionally, supply is abundant and prices drop dramatically. When it's out of season, it must be imported from distant locations or grown in expensive greenhouse operations, and prices reflect those costs. Butternut squash in October costs about 70 cents per pound because it's harvest time. In March, that same squash costs $2 to $3 per pound because it's being shipped from storage or from the southern hemisphere. Understanding this pattern lets you eat better food for less money while also getting maximum nutritional value. Produce harvested in season and sold locally is genuinely fresher, meaning nutrients haven't degraded during long transport times. A tomato picked ripe in August and sold at a farmer's market has measurably more vitamin C and lycopene than a January tomato picked green, shipped thousands of miles, and artificially ripened. Here's a month-by-month breakdown focusing on North American growing patterns. January through March, winter squashes, root vegetables like carrots and beets, cabbage, citrus fruits, and stored apples. These are cold weather crops or storage crops. April and May, asparagus, spring greens, strawberries, and early lettuce. June through August, tomatoes, zucchini, summer squash, berries, stone fruits, corn, peppers, cucumbers. This is peak abundance. September through November, winter squashes again, apples, pears, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, cranberries. The price differentials are genuinely dramatic. Strawberries in June might be $2 per pound. In December, they're $6 per pound and they taste like water because they were bred for shipping durability, not flavor. You're paying 3 times more for an inferior product. Tomatoes in August are perhaps $1 per pound and intensely flavorful. In February, they're $4 per pound and mealy. The implementation strategy is menu planning around availability rather than following recipes rigidly. Instead of deciding you want a specific dish requiring out-of-season ingredients, you look at what's cheap and abundant, then choose recipes utilizing those ingredients. This requires skill development, but the skill is valuable because it makes you adaptable. Preservation methods extend seasonal prices year-round. When strawberries are $2 per pound in June, buy extra and freeze them. Blanch and freeze summer vegetables at peak season. Make tomato sauce when tomatoes are cheap and can or freeze it. Our ancestors survived by preserving seasonal abundance, and the techniques work identically today. A chest freezer is an investment, maybe $200, but it pays for itself rapidly when you can buy 20 pounds of cheap August tomatoes and preserve them. Fermentation is another traditional preservation method experiencing revival. Cabbage is cheapest in fall. Making sauerkraut or kimchi preserves it for months while adding probiotic benefits. Cucumbers in summer become pickles. This isn't just thrift, it's creating foods with enhanced nutritional value through bacterial action. The psychological component of seasonal eating is underrated. There's something grounding about eating in alignment with natural cycles. When you eat butternut squash in October and strawberries in June, you're connecting to the rhythm of the year in a tangible way. Research on nature connection and mental health shows this alignment reduces stress and increases well-being. There's also anticipation and novelty built into seasonal eating. You genuinely look forward to strawberry season because you haven't had fresh strawberries in months. This creates pleasure and satisfaction that year-round availability diminishes. The hedonic treadmill research shows that constant access to everything reduces enjoyment of anything. Regional variations matter significantly. If you're in California, your seasonal calendar differs from Minnesota. Farmers markets are excellent resources for learning your local seasons. The vendors know exactly what's in season because they grew it. Building relationships with farmers can also lead to deals on bulk purchases or seconds, Produce that's cosmetically imperfect but nutritionally identical. Some warnings about seasonal eating. Don't romanticize it to the point of nutritional inadequacy. Winter in northern climates would be nutritionally deficient if you ate only local seasonal foods. You need some out-of-season or preserved items to maintain balanced nutrition. Frozen vegetables become crucial in winter. Canned tomatoes are essential when fresh are terrible. The calculation shows that if you shift 60 to 70% of your produce purchases to in-season items, you're realistically saving 30 to 40% on produce costs while getting better nutrition and flavor. For someone spending $50 monthly on produce, that's $15 to $20 in savings, or $180 to $240 annually. What I appreciate is how seasonal eating makes you a better cook by necessity. You can't rely on the same ingredients year-round, so you learn multiple preparations for different vegetables. This skill building creates competence and confidence that extends beyond cooking into general self-efficacy.